A year hadn't passed at all. What happened? I asked him. He shot himself. Not Doolan. Yes, Doolan. You sure? I'm sure. He knew I wouldn't question him any further, so added, he was dying of cancer. The big pain part was coming up just ahead, and he decided to bypass it. Outside, palm trees riffled in the wind. Beyond, blue, endless ocean rippled under a butterscotch sun. No palms in Manhattan. The ocean there was endless too, only gray, and the sun was blotted out by skyscraper tombstones. There's an afternoon flight out of here tomorrow around 3, I said with a sigh. I should get in about supper time. Cutting it a little close. Don't want a minute more in that town than I have to. So, when did you start to hate New York? When the medic yanked me out of a nice warm womb, I said, and slapped my tiny ass. And you've been trying to find your way back into one ever since. No shit. I paused, trying to fit details of the city back in my mind. The pub still open? Still open. Get a reservation. Nothing changes with you. Yeah? Still telling me what to do. So do it, I said, and hung up. And for a minute just lay there. Finally I said, damn, and hauled my behind off the bed. The soft-packed suitcase was still in a corner of the closet, and it didn't take me more than 5 minutes to lay out what I needed. One thing good about late spring, it packed easily. The 3 medicine vials went into a side pocket with the worn address book, and I zipped the bags shut. When I looked at myself in the mirror, I could only shake my head. It had been 12 months since I had worn a tie, and my suit jacket was loose around my waist, but dropping 18 pounds will do that. There was no flab at all now, which was good. But the minimal exercise I was allowed hadn't done much for muscle tissue. I knelt to get the oiled and loaded .45 and its shoulder rig out of the box under the closet floorboard, but then stood up quickly, like I'd almost touched something hot. The old days were gone now, and it could stay where it was. The weather forecast said it was raining in New York, so I packed the trench coat and got my hat out of the plastic bag. The last of God knew how many Stetson pork pies I'd bought over the years. A nice new feel to the gray felt. I snapped the brim into place, rolling the edge until I had it just right. That was one thing I still had. Nobody could wear hats anymore, but I had that down. Then I took the pork pie off and carried it in my hand. Down here among the sun and palms and sand, a felt hat was a little too much. Bag in my left hand, hat in my right, I walked over to the main building and called Marty out of the pool, where he was clowning around with 2 well-tanned beauties, a blonde and brunette, who spent the weekends working as mates on a headboat out of Key West. The big ex-Marine motel manager with the white crew cut and dark tan stood there dripping, looking at me and my city clothes as he held back a grin in that well-grooved, blue-eyed face. "Where are you going?" He nodded toward the bikinis. "There's one for you, Betty or Veronica. Take your pick." Not in the mood. He grunted a laugh. "Still carrying the torch for that secretary of yours, eh?" I gave a look that said, "Cool it." Then I said, "I'll be gone a few days." "I had a feeling," he said. He seemed to be considering bringing up the subject of my secretary again, but apparently thought better of it. Good call. "Tomorrow the doc will be stopping by," I said. "Just tell him I feel fine, that I'll be taking it easy, and not to have a cow over it." A frown flashed across Marty's face. "He's going to be pissed off, pal, and you know how he gets." I nodded toward the pool. "Loan him your extra girl. Look, man, I'm going to a funeral. It's an old friend, and something I have to do." He nodded, no grin, eyes slitted. "One question, Mike." "Yeah?" "You going to attend a funeral, or are you going to cause one?"